What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about Most Feared. The promo will be dropping next week. Many of you guys are not really prepared for what's coming, so we're going to talk about it because a lot of these cards, right, they're going to get certain boosts, and those boosts during the Most Feared promo is going to make a lot of the cards seem obsolete, and some of you are very concerned about that, so we're going to talk about it, all right? So let's first go to the catalog and take a look at some of the main players. Like, who are the top players right now that everybody's using? Obviously, Cam Newton. If you guys are not using Jahmyr Gibbs, I don't have the, like, you know what it is, bro? I don't have the stomach to pay for this guy, bro. Like, he's like $3 million. I'm like, dude, I really don't know. He dropped down to like 2.7 when they first dropped Marshawn Lynch, and then Marshawn Lynch turned out to be hot garbage, so he went right back up in price. And the reason that he's so good is because he moves faster than everybody else right now at 93 speed when you give him the boost. So that makes it a major problem. Now, if you guys know already with Most Feared what's going to happen, it's going to be the most explosive players. And then EA is probably going to give you a strategy card that's going to make the player super fast during the whole time up until Halloween. And it might expire early in November before the, like the Harvest promo, Thanksgiving promo comes out. So technically, right, you're going to have another card next week that's going to be probably at every single position that you have a skilled player. At least one of them is going to be super fast because they're going to be Most Feared. So they've had different things like scary fast, scary strong, things of that nature, right? I'm expecting that somebody is going to drop that's going to be a running back that's going to be also super fast. So because of the fact with the crystals that you don't actually need this segment because they don't add speed. So because they don't add speed, it's a little bit, it's kind of crazy that people spend the money for it when, you only need the original crystal players to get the speed. These guys, part 2 only adds acceleration, right? So say for instance, you have Jahmyr Gibbs and you know that next week they're dropping Most Feared and you're like, yo, I want to get my coins right now, okay? There is a chance, right, that his card is going to drop in price if they drop a running back that has suitable speed and gets the boost with the strategy cards. If you don't understand strategy cards, I'm going to explain it to you really quickly, right? So EA, sometimes they drop strat cards that'll last the whole year. Sometimes they drop it for only the promo. Whatever they're doing, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? For the actual promo, the boost and everything about it, it makes the players OP. So for instance, right, this is a strategy item from whatever this is, the Unstoppable, right? Just imagine this strategy item for Most Feared having a +1 speed. Like we've had years in Madden where they're giving us +1 speed and it just lasts for the entire team for the whole year. Then we've had it where they're giving different boosts for like a month and that'll, that probably lasts for a year. So more than likely, they're going to drop the program with the strategy card that you're going to put into your lineup that's going to boost is, quote unquote, the players of the program, but there's a chance that it'll boost everybody. Regardless, if you get a running back with those type of boosts, it's going to enhance your squad for that limited time. So it can give you, it'll buy you some time to have a suitable running back at that position and not spend as much coins. All right. Now, if you got coins like that, which a lot of you guys have, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? As far as preparation, you're like, yo, I like Jahmyr Gibbs. He gets all 32 team chems. I'm going to keep him. It doesn't matter. Then you just hold on to him and then you just add to it. But this is the thing, right? Regardless of what mode you're playing, the game right now is kind of broken. So when dudes get hit crazy, they don't really get fatigued. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I don't know what the issue is with this game, right? But say like, last year's Madden, if you got blasted, you would be out for a few plays if you took him out, or the computer would automatically take him out. Now, if you get hit stick crazy, bro, he's back the next play. And it's like, yo, what's going on with the stamina? So that part about having like a 2-back system and the things that we thought about with wear and tear, I don't think EA really, made sure that they put the emphasis on it, because you'll see it. If you watch my live streams, which we're live usually every day on Twitch at GmiasWorld, just check it out. If I hit stick somebody, even with like, Crusher or whatever, they'll go out for a play and then come back and just be ready to go and running super fast. So something's going on with that I want to make sure everybody understands. So the fatigue system is different. So you don't need a 2-back system is what I'm trying to explain. So if you have Jahmyr Gibbs right now and, he's working and you don't mind the coins, you keep him. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to prepare by selling them, because by the time they drop the cards next week, he may, he might be the reason that you're winning. A lot of people just run around with him because he's so fast and he outruns everybody. So you just keep winning. It doesn't, you're good. But if you're somebody that's like, yo, I need my 3 million back. Like, these dudes are garbage. Like, bruh, like, he's not really doing this, he's not doing that, whatever. You get your 3 million, and then you wait to see what they drop. And then regardless, whatever they drop that's going to be most feared, their stats and everything are going to be boosted, so they'll be theoretically better than a lot of the other cards that you'll have anyway. So I wanted to, you know, pretty much focus it on him because he's primarily a card that, you know, most people are going to look to. Now, this is another thing, right? This Saint Justine right here, for whatever reason, right, whenever he goes up, people are buying him for like 10 million. Okay, if you guys remember last year, the only time we stayed consistently playing ranked is when they premiered Calvin Johnson, and then we were like number 7 because we played every day. These ranked players this year are really, really garbage, especially these guys that are dropping. So I'm not really concerned with it, but I'll tell you this, right? If you have any of these players that are selling for like 10 million plus, I would urge you to get your 10 million, and I'm going to tell you why. The most feared promo is going to go right into November. And before you know it, the other players are going to drop, like the other ranked players. And by the time that happens, these players are going to start to become obsolete, right? So regardless of what you have on your squad, the ultimate thing about Ultimate Team, no pun intended, is to maintain your coin stack and to know when to get rid of players. So some of you guys that are asking about these top 100 cards and are they that much better, or, you know, do I really need these cards? You actually don't. And another thing that's interesting about it, EA Sports hasn't granted a lot of people their cards. So by the time the influx comes, there's a chance that you may get another drop. Remember, last year, they gave me like 2 or 3, like for 2 of the ranked seasons, they gave me 2 or 3 cards because they kept messing up who was supposed to have the cards. So it was kind of broken. Many people still don't have their cards. So there's a chance you may end up getting one of these cards for free, which a lot of my viewers did last year. Okay? So with all of this being said, we need to figure out what cards don't we need. Now, Cam Newton, right? I believe he's a must-have. And I think regardless of what they do, he's still going to be good. Why? Because he's a Panther and a Patriot. He doesn't get all 32 team chems and his stats are boosted. So I don't want to get rid of him because I know regardless of what quarterback they put out, they're not going to be as good as him. You know what I'm saying? Just because like he's 6'5", he can spin, he does all that stuff. So although we're sitting on this 3 mil, I'm like, I gotta keep him. And I know most of you guys agree, he's probably one of the best quarterbacks that we've had this early in MUT. So his numbers and everything makes him that way, right? Even with the boosted quarterback, it still won't be the same. So you have to look through your roster and see which cards you can just get rid of that have a high price right now. And you gotta be ready to go. Because by the time it drops with the strat cards and everything else with most feared, you're not gonna have a shot. It's gonna be pretty much done. So you need to get this done super fast and let me know if you have any questions or comments. If you're a member, hit me up and we're good to go. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.